What's up guys, King is here, and today I will talk about North Korea's laws that only exist there. The most barbarian country in the world has the most barbarian laws. Get some snacks and drinks and let's get started. North Korea, or the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is the world's most repressive country, with a population of almost 26 million people. This country is located in East Asia and is bordered by China and Russia to the north and South Korea to the south. North Korean citizens live in a totally isolated world. They have no internet and no social media. The only source of information is their local propagandist TV. There are only 3 state-controlled channels designed to tell you what the country's leaders want you to hear. It is definitely not the best place to visit, but if you decide to do so, you have to know that there are a few crazy laws that only exist in North Korea. Here is my top 10 list. Number 1. What you watch on TV is controlled by the government. If you're living in North Korea, you cannot turn on Netflix or YouTube. I already mentioned that in North Korea, you have a choice of 3 government television stations. If you're still planning to visit North Korea, you can expect to watch nothing but propaganda. In addition to that, North Korea has recently introduced a sweeping new law which seeks to stamp out any kind of foreign influence, harshly punishing anyone caught with foreign films. The North Korean refugee Yoon So says she was 11 when she first saw a man executed for being caught with a South Korean drama. His entire neighborhood was ordered to watch the execution. If you didn't, it would be classed as treason. The North Korean guards were making sure everyone knew the penalty for smuggling illicit videos was death. I have a strong memory of the man who was blindfolded. I can still see his tears flow down. That was traumatic for me. The blindfold was completely drenched in his tears, Yoon So said. Number 2. In North Korea, it is illegal to own a Bible. The Holy Bible is considered to be a symbol of Western culture, which is strictly banned in North Korea. The only gods that you're allowed to believe in are the ruling Kim family. The North Korean government will also lead you to believe that the Kim family has godlike powers. It is said in the books that Jong-il was able to control the weather with his mind. The punishment for having a Holy Bible in North Korea is jail time or execution. In July 2009, a 33-year-old mother of 3, Rai Hyo-ok, was accused of distributing the Bible and was publicly executed. Number 3. The haircut law. In 2013, Kim Jong-un decided that he was going to limit the way people look in North Korea. He decided that there would be only 28 approved hairstyles allowed in the country, 10 for men and 18 for women. The most unfair thing though is that Kim Jong-un himself doesn't follow his haircut law. His hairstyle is not on the list. North Korea often dishonors haircut violators on TV. There was an episode filmed about a North Korean citizen named Mr. Ko Gwang-young, whose unkempt hair covered his ears. He was shown as a negative role model, with a voiceover commentary. We cannot help questioning the cultural taste of this comrade who is incapable of feeling ashamed of his hairstyle. Can we expect a man with this disheveled mindset to perform his duty well? Number 4. The government decides who lives in the capital. In North Korea, if you want to live in Pyongyang, you need to have permission from the government first. The capital city is reserved for the people who are the most successful and the most loyal. Unless you fall into either of these categories, you will not get permission to live in the capital. Number 5. You have no privacy as a tourist. If you're planning to visit North Korea, don't expect to go anywhere without a chaperone, an agent of the Ministry of State Security. Tourists must travel as part of a well-organized and fully controlled tour group. You cannot leave your hotel room or go outside without a guide with you. North Korea wants you to understand that you have no rights or independence, just like its citizens. there was a shocking story of an American student, Otto Warmbier, who was an American college student and was imprisoned in North Korea in 2016 on a charge of subversion. He simply went outside of his hotel room and took a poster from the wall. He was sentenced for 15 years and died in 2017 after getting numerous injuries and having spent a long time in a coma in a North Korean prison. Number 6. International calls outside of North Korea could get you killed. You cannot make an international call. In 2007, a man was shot and killed by the government when he was making international calls while inside of a stadium during the execution. The people in the stadium began to panic and 6 people were crushed to death in the stampede. Of course, the government did not take responsibility for the deaths. Number 7. Opinions are against the law. If you have any alternative opinion that goes against the regime, including not liking any of the laws, you will be sent to an educational camp. While there, you will be brainwashed, threatened and tortured until you get over having your own opinion, so you will be ready to get in line with the rest of the country. Number 8. You cannot leave North Korea. Don't try leaving the country if you are a North Korean citizen. You're forced to stay there for your entire life. If you try to escape, you will be hunted down and severely punished. Number 9. Your family is punished for your crimes. In North Korea, if you are in a prison camp and you try to escape, your entire bloodline, including your grandparents, your parents and your children, will be punished. This law is in place to keep criminals from attempting to escape. And number 10. Your family is less important than portraits of the dictator's dynasty. In January 2020, a North Korean mother from Onseong County faced prison for saving her children from a house fire instead of a portrait of Kim Jong-il. The mother was out of the house when the fire broke out. She raced back and managed to pull her children from the burning building, but she failed to rescue portraits of leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison. That's it for today. I hope you learned something new. Stay safe and I'll catch you later. Bye.